Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. As I promised in my last video, I said that I would do a share of this journal that I received at Christmas. This is the book which I did a very quick flip through in my last video, so I won't do a flip through this time of what's included in this book, but this is what the journal is based on. And it's got some amazing illustrations in it by Peter Weavers. And again, just very quickly, here's the ISBN number if anybody is interested. I hope that's coming into focus. No, I hope you can make out the numbers. So that is the book. My partner and I managed to pick up 2 trashed copies from a local charity shop. We set each other a challenge to make a journal based on that book using one or all of the illustrations, one or all of the book pages. Something from that book had to be included in the journal, and this is the journal that my partner made for me. This gorgeous fabric I managed to get a sample of in the year and fell in love with it. I was going to use it for a botanical themed journal this year, but it's now disappeared from my stash, but it doesn't matter. My partner has used an old book that she's altered and covered it with this beautiful fabric. And this is some gorgeous satin ribbon, again, from my stash. I'm a terrible hoarder, so she's making me use some of my stash, and she's also challenging me a little bit in terms of when she goes in my my craft room, as I've mentioned before. So she's used some of the spine of the book, she's stitched round it, but she's also layered it up, and she's stitched the cover. And if we go inside, there we go. There we go. This is one of the images from the book, and you'll see they're just gorgeous, lovely colours. And she's layered that up on some of the end papers from the book. This is a napkin that we picked up when we were in Ross on Wye, I think it was, or maybe just Rye, earlier on in the year. So it was just a napkin. So what she's done, rather than take it apart and decoupage, what she's done is she's just laid it onto some handmade paper, brown paper from our stash. She has cut out various bits of text and stuck those in. She stitched around the pages on the sewing machine. This is a little tag that she's made. She loves toads and frogs, by the way. And she's used some, this was some of my, bias binding, bias binding that I home dyed, and I didn't think it worked particularly well and shoved it back into my stash thinking, oh, I'll use that on another occasion. Maggie's obviously hauled it out and thought, right, that's going in the journal. Little Ranger paper clip. She's made a little envelope. Now I have an envelope board, but Maggie has made all of this, bless her, and she's stitched around the edge of the envelope there, and she's made a little, there we go, note or something to go in there, and she's collaged a bit of the napkin on top. Absolutely lovely. And she's left all the ends free on the from the stitching, which is a real challenge for me to do, but she's obviously managed to do it. Let's put that paper clip back on. Then she's put a little image that she's stitched of the rabbit. This is one of the book pages which she's stitched around. It's this image of the secret garden that she sees, Alice sees when she goes down the rabbit hole. And then she's used some paper that she's created a tuck spot pocket with, made me a little booklet. This is brown I always have difficulty saying this, trying to get it in the right order. Painter's Brown masking paper. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, we're both still full of cold here, but hopefully it's on its way out. So, lovely little image of the mouse. I'd say the images in this book are absolutely stunning. A little bit of that bias binding and the crow there. And then she's used one of the poems all the way up that pocket. Another tag, more of this painter's masking paper. There's lots and lots of envelopes in here because Maggie was saying she just enjoyed making the envelopes. This one, Maggie's put a little yellow brad on and it goes through on the other side. And then this is a little handmade little journaling card that she's made. So that goes in there. I'll pop it around that way, I think it looks nice there. More book page. One of the illustrations. This is, she's fussy cut from the napkin to create the Mad Hatter on there. And then she's done what I normally do, which is put 2 pages of the painter's masking paper together and stitched around it. And this is great, look. She's done a little flip up here to hold her envelope in place. Another little blue brad on that one. And then a little tiny tag there. But I just thought this was such a neat idea. And it absolutely holds it in place. It's not magnetised or anything. It just holds it snugly in place. And this is the painter's masking paper. And it's not particularly thick stuff, but it's holding that beautifully in place. So that's obviously the centre of it, the signature. There's a little tuck spot there with the rabbit tag. She stitched a bit of lace down the side. She's obviously gone into my lace drawer when I've been out to snaffle that bit of lace, because she never gets unsupervised access to that drawer, I can tell you. And there's the beautiful tag there that she's done. And this is again just some inked brown painter's masking paper. A little bit of bias binding there. And then this just flips up and it's another little envelope, and she's used a curl paper clip to secure it. Just open and I can get that on. And there's a picture of the rabbit inside. But again, that's just lovely ideas. I don't know where she's found all these ideas, because I haven't seen any of these done. Okay, and then there's a little tuck spot here with a little journaling card. Another little tuck spot here with some prose from the book. And then this one, I love how this is, she's just ripped it and just put it on the page. Just very, very simple idea, but amazing. I just absolutely love all these tags that she's done as well. This one, she likes how I do my acetate tags, and she couldn't find the acetate, so we have these little plastic pockets, and she just made a little tag with some washi tape that goes into the pocket, but then she's just secured it to the page with some washi tape at the bottom. And then this is a little booklet that she's made, just a tiny little to add some interest. Another little that she's, and this time she's put some of the ribbon round the prose, or behind the prose. Just think it's amazing. Absolutely love it. And the other side of that napkin, she's put a little bit of ribbon down between the signature, because she She said it was a little bit too wide for her, so she just put a bit of ribbon down there. Excuse me a second. Oh, sorry. Another tag in one of those pockets. This is just for decoration on this side. And then this flips up, and we've got another envelope in there. I don't think there was anything. Oh yeah, there was. She's done an open envelope for that one. It's going to be very hard not to nick her ideas, I have to say, when I come to finish off my journal. This is a little tag, and she's just stitched across the bottom. Now, I'd have apoplexy with that. I'd want to glue it and all sorts. But she just used a little bit of offcut from sari silk, stitched across the bottom. And I just think that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Another one of those clear pockets with a little tag inside of Alice holding the pig. Journaling spot here. Big journaling card there. I'm just amazed at this. I love this idea, and yet I would seriously struggle to do that and just have it that rough edged. More stitching around the side here. I mean, I just can't believe how well she's done. 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then this lovely image of the Hatter's Tea Party. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, actually. Then she's used some sari silk to do a belly band. And then this is amazing idea. I've not seen this done before. She's put 2 brads on a page, and look, it just opens out, and it's flip up if you want, but it just concertinas. You wrap your thread round the brads and it just holds on the page. I mean, that's a brilliant idea and so simple. And it's like, why didn't I think of that? And then, oh, this was a tag that we bought. We bought these British Library tags. Earlier on in the year. I can't remember where we were, but we saw them and the idea was to include them, so we both have one of these to include. This is some piano roll paper, and then this is a tag that she's made using the napkin again. Some more of my lace, our lace, sorry, washi tape. Then she's done a tuck spot here with a little tag, back with handmade paper, and she's actually used text from the book to do her tab, which she stitched to the page. Again, such a great idea. Hate her. And then this actually wraps round. So you've got a tuck spot on both sides. Here you've got a journaling card. She's put a pocket on here. And this was all one image from the book. And what she's done is she's cut it, if I can get that in frame, she's cut it and made a tag from, I'm trying to get that together, a tag from the offcut. And I just thought that was such a clever idea. And then she's put a little lip on the back of the tag, like that, so that when it goes in its pocket, it just flips and hangs over the edge of the page onto the next page. So this is a lovely tuck spot that she's done using book page. More ribbon between the signatures. This flips out, and then there's another envelope. Love this image of the cat. And then there's the turtle and the griffin. She said, I think I've mentioned already, she said she had so much fun making the envelopes that she didn't know when to stop. But I love it. I like all the envelopes in the book. So that folds over that way. let's lift this up again. So that folds down and that folds over the top. Another image from the book. She made another tag with a pocket. Who stole the tarts? Back of an envelope stitched round her signature there. And then this is a concertinaed poem out of the book with the Mad Hatter on the back and a hidden tag in there, or hidden little card. And then she's done music paper collage down the side of the page, and again here with some napkin as well. This is a botanical napkin that I had in my stash, so it can be a pocket. It's not going to be a very sturdy pocket, this one, so it's more for decoration because she's not glued that down. That's the centre of the signature with another tag and the flap from one of her envelopes. Another little book page tag with hand-stitched brown masking paper on the back. This was a postcard that I actually had in my stash that I found and was going to use in my journal, and it disappeared, and I kept on thinking, what have I done with that? Where have I put it? Because when I'm planning on doing a journal, I have an A4 plastic box and I'll mark it up with botanical journal or bird journal and whatever. And when I find bits and bobs, stamps or images or bits of ribbon or charms that I want to use in that journal, then everything goes in that box, and then I know where it is, ready for when I want to start making that journal. And I have several of those boxes because I have 1,000,001 journals on my to-do list, and they're all in my my cupboard in my craft room. And obviously, knowing that we were making an Alice in One journal, the book images went in there, and things like that bookmark that we bought from the library, one of the napkins went in there, and I actually found one of these postcards and I put that in there, and I thought, where's that gone? Well, obviously Maggie's found it because here it is in her journal, but finders keepers. So she's cut out an image from the book to use as a stamp. She's done me another little envelope up here, and whoops, and then there's a picture of Alice there with a little flip for the rabbit. And again, lovely ideas. I hate her. I absolutely hate her. I'm racking my brains to come up with all these ideas, and she's done loads. She's done loads and loads of them. So, but these images are absolutely gorgeous. And then that idea that she's used before in the other journal, where she's used strips of the same page and just ink them and glue them to the page. I think that's quite a nice novel idea. At the end, and then she's used this lovely image for the back inside cover of the journal, and she stitched it all in, and I just think that is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this journal, and if I had bought this from one of our YouTube crafters in our community, I would have been absolutely made up to have received it. So it's an absolute delight and pleasure to have received this journal this year. I did love the other one, and I loved all the attention to detail that went in this one, but I absolutely adore this one. So hasn't she done well? All right, everybody, I'll stop enthusing, and I wish you all well. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.